Introverts are extroverted with the right people. And we need to respect that. Now, when an introvert is quiet around you, it may sometimes not have to do with necessarily the whole being about you. It could just be that your vibe just doesn't flow with them for them to be open with you, or um to just need that time to have that space to reflect and process their own emotions and what they're going through and their perspective on the world. And I feel like being an introvert is very looked down upon. And I'm not saying that an introvert shouldn't have room to change. Everybody should have room to change. And I think that extrovertedness is a very great thing. And it helps, helps you guys connections, helps you find more of yourself and put more of a you get to talk to the universe more when you interact with people, in a sense. Well, not I wouldn't say more, but you have much more of a exerted energy that's flowing through the universe when you do talk to other people, because you also are talking to people that are a reflection of yourself. And because at the end of the day, we're all reflections of ourselves. We're all different perspectives and different sides of the spectrum of the universe. So, but in that being said, we live in such an extroverted way. I mean, there are some introverted ways now, like technology. We have to do the whole social distance thing, so I guess everybody had to be an introvert in some way. But everybody has that introvert and extrovert to them, I'm sure. And it's what I was saying is it's right now, to be a certain way, you gotta act like all crazy, and you gotta be, have a certain style of trend and things like that. And you know people gotta respect that other people have a different way of doing things, and sometimes your frequency just doesn't flow with theirs. And there's no right or wrong to it. It's just that their life path is on different vibration as long as with yours, and there's different lessons for each person to learn. And some people become much more introverted path because they feel more in tune to learning their lessons and their spiritual path or physical path in an introverted way. As when extroverted people, they may need to go through that experience with other people in order to learn their lessons. And I think they're both yin and yang to each other. I think they both coincide with each other. Like, there has to be in you're gonna be an extrovert at one point in your life. You're gonna be an introvert in one point, like in one situation. That's what I mean. And but this video goes out for people that are just like mainly introverted. That you deserve the respect. You know what I mean? And you need to know that it's okay to have a personality like you. You know what I mean? There's no wrong to it, as long as you're not hurting anybody in a karmic level or physical level, and as long as you're not hurting anybody in a karmic level or physical level. Sorry, I got cut off before. And you just have a flow of doing things internally, and more in a spiritual manner. And I'm not saying extroverts are not spiritual. They are spiritual people, of course. Like, anybody could be spiritual. Anybody could be on some type of frequency of a spiritual path. Like, you know what I mean? And technically, we're all our energy, so everybody's capable of doing that. But as I said, like extroverts need more of a social, um, need a lot of people, I guess, or to just, as I said, have their lessons learned and or experience their experiences. But as an introvert, I would just want to say, like, don't ever let somebody make you feel that you're less than because you're an introvert, because you're just you're just different. You're the same, but you're just a bit different, you know what I mean? And that's okay, you know what I'm saying? And you if you need to put boundaries on some people, then let that be, because they need to respect your space, and I think a lot of people have this thing, whether you're introvert or extrovert, they want to assume that everybody's going to be exactly like them and do things exactly like them, and that's not the case. People have a different way of moving and different way of just getting by in life, and everybody's room for change is different, everybody growth pattern is different. And I just want to say to fellow introvert, like, you're just as great as an extrovert, you're just as great as anybody else. And I'm sorry if you had to go through any negative comments for you being you. And just for anyone, advice for anyone, just don't get caught up in your dark self of these negative thoughts that people try to come at you with. And always be that light, you know always be your higher self, even if you're an introvert. Like, it shouldn't even matter at that point. Like, you just be your higher self and continue to go on that path and journey. And my point is, like, make sure you're respected, and they're not giving you respect, and that you're giving them respect and it's not being reciprocated or returned. It's time to put boundaries and continue to be yourself. But of course, there's always room to grow, room for change, and just to be the best version of yourself every day. And you should be respected, and there's nothing wrong with you. There is, everybody got that yin and yang. It's about, the best you can, and doing the best, trying your best to tune into that higher frequency than you were yesterday. And live in the present now and enjoy being yourself. And peace, love, and blessings to everybody.